Museum of Aviation here, Warner Robins, and I'm standing in front of a Vultee BT-13 Valiant intermediate trainer used during World War II by the Armey Air Corps, and I'm in the process of inventorying parts for this and seeing what's missing and trying to install some of the missing hardware. This aircraft built in the early 40s. We built over 5,000 of these for both the Navy and the Air Corps. Armey Air Corps has a 9-foot diameter Hamilton standard counterweight propeller, 2-position, so it is variable speed. That's why it's a little bit of an intermediate trainer. Has fixed landing gear, pretty much all metal, except for the control surfaces, and I'll give you a quick tour of it here. So here's the BT-13 intermediate trainer. You can see it's got fixed landing gear. Walk around to the nose here. That background noise, you got a lot of people here polishing aluminum parts of aircraft down here on the floor. Lots of volunteers today, so it's a little bit noisy. But anyway, here's the Hamilton standard counterweight propeller. Get some light on the subject. This is a Pratt & Whitney R985 radial engine. Definitely kind of seen better days, but it's got a propeller pitch control here that is just a lever for high and low pitch, but it does challenge the pilots to control the pitch of the blades to get maximum power. This display here is set up for the Tuskegee Airmen exhibit at the museum. So we've got some mannequins out on display. Let's go under the wing here. Wing's metal, except that the flight controls that you see here, aileron flaps, they should all be fabric. But this airplane came from the National Museum of the Air Force years ago, and they had metallized the flight control surfaces except for the rudder, just to not have to mess with fabric, because these would have been metal structure with fabric covering. Now, I don't know what the plan is for them, but you can see it's early in the war days here. It's got the red ball and the star. Early in World War II. The fuselage of the aircraft is tubular steel structure, which you can see kind of in the green color. It's got front and back pilot seats. A lot of it is installed, a lot of the equipment. Some of it is missing, a lot of it is installed. I'm going through it to try to figure out what else we need. Some control cables are not hooked up. But anyway, that's what I'm looking at. We've got a lot of parts, which I'll show you here in a little while, that I'm trying to sort through. So the forward part where the people sit, that's all tubular steel. Once you get aft here, back where the 18 number is, that's all semi-monocoque design. So it's not completely tubular steel, kind of a hybrid. And we'll go around to the other side here. Got still some more noise from not only the people buffing on airplanes, but also from the exhibit here. So you can see there's a cargo, basically a baggage compartment back here. And in there is a manual starter and a flashlight, it appears, with the fire extinguisher hanging out from the outside. I took the wing off just so you can get around. I have been doing a little bit of work in here, trying to hook up some of the flight control, or engine control rather, push rods. You see some of it in here. Last weekend, I installed the carburetor, which is down here in black. It's missing its magnetos, it's missing its starter, and it's missing its generator. So we're out trying to look for those. This gray thing here in the middle is the oil cooler. This is the air filter up here for operating on dusty airfields, dirty airfields. So still, and the battery box is missing, but we have that. It sits on that shelf back there. So, well, we're back now by the Albatross, back in the back corner of the Scott hangar, and these are two tables full of BT-13 parts. Again, this is what I'm going through, trying to figure out what we have and what we need, what we don't need anymore. And then here you can see a pitot tube and a pitot tube end here. So anyway, trying to go through this stuff and inventory it and put it away. And got my laptop out and making a list, and all this stuff is going to end up over here in this box and eventually be offered for sale to anybody who's restoring BT-13.